Hello YouTube, you're very welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It's all going good. It's been a while since I've been sitting down here at my desk doing a video, which makes me kind of sad because a lot of the educational style videos I would do on this desk, just talking through a topic with you guys, hoping to give you some useful tidbits. I understand I've been pretty lackluster on that type of content lately, but I hope you can appreciate when I do indeed post a video. It's just things are crazy lately between work, competing, and just life in general. Competing though is the biggest change in my life lately, and just the sheer amount of posing practice and getting steps up and everything related to it really. And it being summertime too, it's quite just, there's lots going on. So even though I've been lackluster on the social media side of things, the educational side, I hope you do appreciate when I do in fact post. And that's why we're here today. Today is not going to be anything hectic. I'll try and keep it short and sweet, but I'm going to try and keep you guys updated on everything I'm doing as I near closer to the show, because I know a lot of people are interested in that, and it's getting closer and it's getting quite exciting. So it is now just past 4 o'clock in the day. I have evening clients starting in the next hour. Instead of chilling out for a little bit, we're here and we're not walking. I have the majority of my steps done for today already. I have like 14,000 done, which is like, I never usually have that amount of steps done this early on in the day. But I went on quite a big walk this morning and another big walk just there right before I got back from my walk. I just had a meal, and before the meal I went on a walk, got back from it. The brain sometimes isn't fully computing at this stage of the prep, which is a phenomenon that, if you're not aware of that, it's a phenomenon that happens to a lot of physique competitors or people who just decide to get really, really lean, like sub 10% body fat lean. You can just like be a little bit out of it at times.
When I win, I make good like she got hoes on call. Got hoes on call to come through, take a protocol. Just making that jiggle.
Not very present, dissociated maybe, just brain fog. Like when my fatigue levels are high, I even struggle to talk and I slur my words, and I know I'm doing that lately because more people are going, what? Huh? And I'm like not taking offense to it, partly because I'm too tired to take offense. I just have to like, this is what I said. But yeah, the prep brain is becoming a little real. We're not doing too bad. I'm obviously cognitive, and especially cognitive where I need to be in terms of work and training. I keep it together around the training window as well. But yeah, majority of the steps done. I usually do a video lately like this when I'm out walking, but we don't have to do that today. We can sit down here and chat. So the hammer is dropped. Last video I was in two minds about doing a diet break or just attacking the deficit even harder than what I was currently doing. And I mentioned in the last video that I was going to drop the hammer. We're going to attack the fat loss, and I have. The calories are low. We're on poverty calories at the moment. So in the last 3-4 weeks, my calories Monday to Thursday have been 2,400 calories. Protein in and around the 250 gram mark. Last week was last Thursday and Friday. I lowered those calories down even lower than that to just over 2,000 calories. And then we had the weekend, which I bring calories up at the weekend. I haven't changed that. But now today, this week, I lowered the calories again. So Monday I did 1,960 calories. I don't know if I've ever done that in my life. Like, I do that in a meal. Remember the big bowl of oats? There was more calories in my oat bowl than the calories I had in total on Monday. So Monday was a rest day, and that's fine. I'm quite busy in the morning anyways with clients, and the day just like kind of goes for me. So it almost suits to do that Mondays, so that's cool. And I'm coming off the back of refeed at the weekend, and that just recharges me. It gives me a sense of freshness coming into the week, being like, okay, let's attack the fat loss hard this week. Let's be assertive. Another benefit of the refeed. I think I'm going to have to do a full video dedicated to refeeds because they've been a very useful tool for me in many ways throughout this prep. Anyways, 1960 the calories were Monday. Been years. I don't know if I've ever done that in one day. And then Tuesday, which was yesterday, was just over 2,050, and today is looking like it's going to be 2,100, and tomorrow will most likely be the same. So the calories are down. They're down, like let's say the previous 2-3 weeks, they've been 23, 24. They're now looking like between 2,000 and 2,100 on the low days. So I'm hoping that gives me the result I want, because still, I don't know. This is why we track things. I'm guessing it's going to give me the result I want, but I don't know. The weigh-ins this week they're still surprising me. I thought I would see a low weigh-in this morning, but not really. I haven't surpassed my lowest weigh-in of this prep so far, which I think it was around 80.4 kilograms. This morning I was 80.9. But this week I visibly appear to be leaner. I feel it. So that's good. And I'm definitely experiencing more prep symptoms. Like right now I'm getting really tired as I'm talking. I am experiencing like fatigue, like high levels of fatigue and tiredness at random bouts throughout the day. That's happening more. I'm going to the toilet a lot, peeing, and that's a sign that the carb intake is significantly, is really down. Wow, I'm really tired all of a sudden. I'm not even putting that on. And yeah, I feel like I'm like touching like body parts, and like they just feel bonier. I feel bones, like my hip bones. I feel my ass bones, my sternum a little bit more, my jaw bones. I just feel these things, which are all like indicators that, like, it sounds terrible, but the worse you feel, it's almost like a good thing towards the end of a prep. So definitely just feeling things a lot more, and that's an indicator to me that, okay, things are on the right track, and I want to see if this drop in calories does what I want it to do before making any other changes. I don't want to be rash. I don't want to drop down to like 1,900 calories or 1,850 if we don't need to, because that's silly. If you don't need to do that, then don't do that. Bodybuilders are very guilty of really loving the grind and suffering, but it's not a competition. Like it's a bodybuilding competition. It's not a suffering competition. Some people are suffering to their own detriment. Like your physique will look worse if you slash calories too low, or you're doing too much cardio, or training too much, or just high strung stress about everything. It's like, you think you're doing a good job because it's so hard. It's like, no, you might be hurting yourself, and you might be hurting the end result. Like, really, the suffering and the painful part of this should be towards the tail end of a prep. Not at the start, because like I said in the last video, my first 6 months, they went really well. There was no real crazy symptoms of anything. Training, still great. It's still good now. I've actually had a great week of training. But no crazy symptoms of tiredness or crazy hunger or really bad energy levels. That only started happening to me maybe 3-4 weeks ago. So that's 6 months of dieting where everything was nice and dandy. So I'm just feeling everything a lot more as well right now. And it's at this point where that probably should happen. So we'll be fine. We'll get through that. You just have to kind of take it day by day. At least that's what I'm doing. Day by day. Just get through it. Like tomorrow will be typically is my last low day, and then that's the low day done, and then we're into the weekend, and I get to revitalize a little bit. But definitely, it's towards the end of the week, the work week, that I just feel everything so much more. So yeah, the major change this week was dropping the calories, and hopefully it gives me the change I want, and then I'm going to keep it that way until I really want to get into the 79s. I really want to see 79 point something. That's a number I haven't seen on a scale in a long time, and I just have a feeling when I lose like another kilo or 500 grams, I have a feeling that's when I'm going to have the look that is just going to be, wow, he got shredded. He got truly peeled, because that's what I'm going for. I'm very happy with how I look, and I'm extremely lean. And if I had to like go on stage looking the way I'm doing right now, like let's say if I'm shaved, tanned up, glazed up, pumped up, I would look good. I would look good, but I know I can do better. I have time to put in more work and try and get those few 100 grams off. Which is another thing about this prep. I've just given myself so much time, which as a natural bodybuilder, you need to do it to get as lean as you need to be, because the standard of natural bodybuilding lately is amazing. People are bringing serious condition, and it also helps you if you're losing at a steady rate. You're more likely to keep your muscle tissue. So I don't want to just get to stage and look like a string bean. I want to actually look like a guy who lifts, which in a lot of natural bodybuilding shows as well can often be the case, where someone looks very dieted down but their muscles just don't look like they have a very complete physique, either because they haven't spent a lot of time training, they don't have many training years behind them, or they just dieted themselves down to oblivion or tried to do it too fast and they lost muscle in the process. It's been a nice week so far. My good friend Keane Brennan was down for a training session this week. He joined me today for a session. And if you've been a long-term subscriber of this channel, you'll know that Keane featured in a lot of my videos back like 7 years ago when I was only a young lad. And the two of us just have a strong passion for bodybuilding, amongst a lot of other things, life, travel. We love training, and he's an old training partner, and it was really nice to get a training session in with him and just go hard at it. Like the way you can look at our physiques and think, how do these guys look like that? But then if you look at the training, we constantly train hard all the time. I talk about all the time. It's no secret. If you want it to be a secret, if you want me to call it a secret, the secret is train hard consistently. Truly train hard. So it was nice to see Keane, and I suppose one thing I'll mention is like where the reduction in calories this week, where did that come from? So my breakfast the last few days, I've taken out bread, so no more toast, no more butter on the toast, no more turkey rashers this week either. I took out turkey rashers. The last few mornings I've been having just 3 eggs scrambled with a bistro salad. Sounds quite depressing, and it kind of is. And then after that breakfast, I have my protein pudding with blueberries. The blueberries have reduced from 70 grams to 50, between 50 and 60 grams. And that protein pudding is nice because it's just that hit of chocolate and sweetness after breakfast. And then I'm trying to have something small again prior to training. So coffee is a given in the morning, like 3 cups before I train. But I want some calories based around then. And one of my clients made like these homemade protein cheesecake slice thingies, which are really good, great macros. I've been having that the last 2 sessions, or protein bar, and then, as I said, coffee before I train. So it's like 2 small feedings, but 2 feedings nonetheless before I train, which is good because I want calories based around the training window. And then after training, I'm not eating again until like I said today, like 4 p.m. So it'll be a couple of hours in between. And that'll be my last meal of the day. It's quite a big meal, and I've taken carbs completely away from the meat meal. So the last 2 days I've been having just mince with veg and a bistro salad, which sounds sad, but like I honestly don't mind because I cook my mince really well. Like I season that well, I cook that well, that tastes delicious. And plus I'm getting the veg from the fruit and veg stand in Galway that me and Katie like to go to at the weekend. It's beside her gym, and the fruit and veg from that place is just gorgeous. So I'm putting that through my meal. It's perspective really. Like I'm not suffering. I'm eating a full pack of mince as well. I've switched from 5% mince to now 3%, less than 3% fat mince, which is handy because I can get more protein, less calories from the fat. And then the oats. The oats is kind of constant. I've reduced the amount from like 100 grams of oats to like 80 or 85 grams. The 90-gram banana is still staying consistent. I love my banana with my oats. And then the dark chocolate, white chocolate, I've had Milky Bar and the Cadbury Dark Milk Bar. I'm only having 10 grams each of those in the oats. Bit of pink salt, bit of cinnamon, lovely. And I have that after my meat meal. So that's where I'm getting my carb source. And by like kind of having like 2 separate meals as one and having that carb source after the mince meal, it kind of serves as a dessert and slows you down because you eat that meal first, digest, take a drink, bit of a palate cleanse, and you eat that meal. And it just slows down the eating process a little bit more, which is better for somewhat keeping you satisfied, but at this stage, I'm not satisfied. Actually, when I eat food, it actually triggers hunger. So that's where we're at with everything. Yes, it sounds a bit sucky, but this is the stage now where things are going to suck. And like I said, I'm ready for it. I've done a good job of keeping my sanity and keeping calories high-ish throughout this whole process. But now that weight loss has finally started to slow down, now is the time where changes have to be made and I have to be assertive to do what needs to be done. So we have a lot of momentum. We're in a really good spot. And yeah, that's all for the update this week. We are 6 weeks and 4 days out. Let's go. As always, catch you in the next video. Train hard.